been a long time coming. They ain't come for my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running, cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying and selling to customers, run up the business, God is my witness, sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday, we maxing our limits, my mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie, moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping, I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit, first class, my feet up high in the air on business, yeah.
Hey friends, what's up, Roomies?
What's happening?
Welcome to TSR Live. I'm your co-host Kiki, and this is where we celebrate the culture, debate the norms, and share opinions on trending topics. Now, we need you to come on in and join the conversation.
Yeah, man. Hey, Roomies, what's up, man? I'm Zach Bug, your other co-host, man, your co-pilot of the ship this evening. And here's the most important thing, man. We are live. We are interactive. So make sure you talk back to us. Yes. Jump in the chat, man, because as you see, Tone is not with us. So we definitely Tone? Need y'all, man. He's out. Where are you, Tone, man?
Where you at?
Hey, man, I'm in Costa Rica. I left America. The hell with what's going on. Like y'all was saying, I marched for some of them rights in 1965. And y'all rolling them back, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I had to leave for a little bit. I'm in Costa Rica hanging out and relaxing.
Okay, right, well, brother. Hopefully they let you back over here when it's time, okay?
Yeah, you might.
I hope you got your papers, your freedom papers with you. Now, Roomies, look, let's get into the headlines. Just jump into these Shade Room headlines. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
The Super Bowl is almost here, and you know Kendrick Lamar has done no interviews. He's made no comments about anything. Not Drake, not the lawsuits, not the Super Bowl, not even Lil Wayne. But he continues to talk to us through his music. So today he dropped a visual and he shut down all the chatter and set social media on fire about who should perform with him at this year's Rock Nation and Apple Music Super Bowl at the halftime show. Did y'all see the clip that Kendrick dropped today?
I did. I thought the clip was super dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like all of his clips leading up to the Super Bowl have been dope. It's all been football themed. He had Gatorade thrown on him. SZA popped out of nowhere. And it makes sense because he's on tour with SZA. He may go on tour with SZA.
Yeah. But I just love how he don't talk to us. Like Kendrick is not wasting his time with all the, the little comments and everything that's going out there. He just drop a nice little visual. He walk on the field. He get his coin, his check. He drink his water, and he get ready for the Super Bowl. And now SZA is going to be a part of the show. Are y'all excited about SZA joining?
I love SZA.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is already coming up for the prelude to the album. That's it.
Yeah.
So we are. They might even have an album done and drop it right after the Super Bowl. But I'm still predicting. I'm going to hold on to my prediction that Drake is also going to be the surprise guest.
Bruh, he's in the middle of a lawsuit. Where do you see this happening?
It's all fake. It's fake. It's all fake. It's to build it up for everybody to be focused over here. Y'all got you looking this way, and we're going to come that way. It's it. Biggest moment of hip hop. I just told y'all, man. Exclusive, right on Shade Room. I looked out.
Martin Luther King had a dream too, my brother. So if that's your dream for the light skin love to pop out at the Super Bowl, keep dreaming, friend. Okay,
it is
because it's not happening.
It's not happening. No way, man.
Yes.
All right, now Tone and Kiki, I want to talk to y'all about this, man. I have a few TSR trending topics for you. First off, let's start with Rick Ross. He has been hit with a $65,000 tax lien just after his inauguration performance. Now, according to In Touch, Ross reportedly owes $65,000 in back taxes for his Georgia ranch that he calls the Promised Land.
Not the Promised Land.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Georgia Department of Revenue claims that his delinquent tax liabilities have accumulated over the years. Okay. So what y'all think about that?
Well,
pay your taxes.
Yeah, hopefully Trump can help him.
He can pardon you some taxes.
Maybe do something for him. He got that pen and he's signing everything they put in front of him. So maybe he can help him. I don't know. What you think about it, Tone?
Hey man, I can tell you this: $65,000. That just sounds like somebody just didn't look at their mail. He didn't look at his mail. They send that tax bill, and you try to forget about it, but they gonna get you, y'all. Trust me. I paid my property taxes, and it's nasty.
You ain't wrong. That's how my parking tickets in Chicago. That's how I ran them up to y'all. Just not looking at the mail.
Yeah, Trump probably set him down. Trump probably set him down and was like, "Look, you can pay the $65,000, or you can perform. What you gonna do?" He probably went out there and performed.
Absolutely.
I hope his performances cost a little bit more than $65,000. Like you could wipe the tax bill clean, but I mean, give me a link card, some food stamps, or something. If I'm gonna perform $65,000 for Ross,
why you act like $65,000 isn't a lot of money, Kiki?
$65,000 and your credibility in the hip hop community and with your fans, it was worth that.
Nobody lose. He did not lose credibility over going for catch a check.
My bad. I forgot who I'm talking to. We'll get into that a little later.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. He could just really put the taxes on the man's name that he stole.
Did you see?
Because that ain't even his name. So he could be like, Rick Ross, this ain't me. This for the other one. Okay, anyway.
Oh my God.
That's bad.
Let's talk about this, man. A$AP Rocky has started his trial proceedings as he's headed back to court today. Now, the biggest headline so far is A$AP rejected a plea deal earlier this week. Now, the deal would have given A$AP 180 days in jail, according to the Associated Press. All right, he's being charged with opening fire on a former friend and collaborator, and if convicted, he could face up to 24 years in prison. Okay, chat, what y'all think about that, man? Here's the thing. I think A$AP knows more than we do. Okay, his wife is Rihanna. He's got access to the best lawyers that money can buy. He got them Rock Nation lawyers. Okay, he's cool. He ain't taking no 6 months. He gonna walk off with probation or scot-free. Watch.
I mean, I really want that for A$AP Rocky. I hope that he gets to walk away. But I want him to remember that he's A$AP. She's Rihanna. You're A$AP. So married or not, okay, these people, we can't trust them. The man out here with his pen and everything, I would not be challenging the justice system if I know I did something. Now, if you didn't do it, brother, stand on that. But if you know you a little guilty, if you got a little guilt on you, then I would think about some things. 108 days ain't that long.
Let me tell you something. I'm walking in any courtroom with Rihanna lawyers.
Okay.
I'm walking in. I don't care. Them Fenty lawyers, them draws lawyers.
Diddy had good
Makeup
lawyers too. What he had?
Look, Diddy charges and
attempted
A$AP.
murder allegedly.
And A$AP charges are two different things.
All right.
Look, I'll tell you this. Y'all both are acting like in the black community, when we hear somebody get a plea deal and they reject it, we don't get nervous. Everybody here is plea deal. You rejected it, I'm getting nervous. Look what happened with Young Thug. Plea deal, he was like, give it to me, and got up out of there. And then later on went back and was like, man, I should have fought it. But when you get that plea deal in the hood, when you reject that plea deal, they usually come with a lot of years because they're going to throw the book at you. So like Kiki said, like, hey, he must know more than we do, because we know when they offer you that plea and you reject it. Now everybody looking like, damn, you, bro.
I'm telling you, y'all ain't never, the average black person ain't got these type of lawyers right here. Okay? They ain't never had these type of access.
Diddy in jail. Diddy is in jail. R.Kelly is in jail.
They haven't learned.
This is two different types of situations, dog.
What do you mean? Shooting at somebody, allegedly shooting at somebody, Zach, is a thing. That is attempted murder, bro. What are you talking about? You act like he got arrested for jaywalking.
I got you. But if your first deal is me doing 6 months, you know how close to zero that is? If my first plea deal is Young Thug took a plea, but he didn't take the first one. Okay, he took it was about the third or fourth plea that he ended up taking. If your first one is we gonna give you time served in 180 days, we gonna roll the dice. And I'm sitting there with Rihanna and them lawyers, and they probably like, don't take that. They're gonna advise him.
I'm the one that come in there like, take the 6 months. You know what I'm saying? A$AP be like, you take the 6. No, you take the 6 months so we can get on up out of here. Because you tell me I can do 6 months or I might do 24 years?
Yeah, that's a crazy number.
So he must not be guilty. He must not be guilty. But Roomies, I want you to weigh in on this. See what they say. Tell us what you think. Shout out to Kathy D. She said he shouldn't take any chances. Past treatment of rappers on trial haven't received the same outcome. So I don't know. Kathy says he should not take it.
And then look, Tanya Pearson came through and said she was like, he wouldn't be able to work outside of the country possibly if he took that plea deal. You know, he gets a lot of work out the country. It's reasons of why he didn't take it.
But then you got to think about this. This happened in New York, right? This is a New York case. right?
I don't know where he was at. I think so.
I'm pretty sure it's a New York. And New York.
If he was in New York, it wouldn't even be. If it was New York, he wouldn't even. 6 months wouldn't even be an option if it was happening.
Okay, cool.
Because you can't even have a firearm in New York.
Exactly. You're right.
Well, I hope it go well for A$AP Rocky, and if it don't, Zach, you better be there for him.
Yeah. Put something on his book.
You better be there for him. You told him don't take it.
I'm gonna hold it down. Let me tell you something. He didn't call me before. He had already take it.
Oh my God.
Oh man. All right, let's talk about this. Chris Brown has filed a lawsuit against Warner Brothers for $500 million over a docuseries. He says he was falsely labeled an abuser. Okay. And I believe he was saying he was falsely labeled a sexual abuser.
Yeah.
They were saying that the case ended up not being true, and the woman actually had withdrew the case, but they still went forward with the documentary, and he wants his coins. They
be so quick to make a documentary. I mean, they just go pulling off Instagram clips. Yeah. They put me and you in the documentary. It's just a lot. Y'all be moving a little too quick with these documentaries. I want y'all to take y'all time when you get in the documentary together. And I just feel like at this point, Chris Brown has been through a lot. Mm-hmm. He has overcome a lot. And at this point in his career, he seems to be unproblematic, making hit records, selling out world tours, flying across the stages. And I think at this point, we need to let him enjoy what he has built at this point. Like, he's paid his debt to society. And if he is guilty of something, he needs to face that in court, not on a random documentary that you just want to put out, because that does a lot to a person's reputation. You can't just put these claims out here, make these videos, and then, you know.
Go ahead, Tom.
I was gonna say, this is how you sue right here, Drake. This is how you sue when you get wrongly accused of something. Drake, I don't know. That what you suing for is crazy. This is where you sue somebody. They will not let my light-skinned brother live. I think Chris Brown has to sue people, and he has to show people to finally put all that other stuff behind him, because he deserves his flowers right now and beyond, and stop being labeled as an abuser.
Yeah, and the thing that's so scary about this whole situation, that even if he sues and wins, and we find out the documentary is out and has done its damage, and people won't go back and be like, well, he won the lawsuit. No, they're going to call him an abuser. Yeah, and I think that's why that $500 million ticket is worth it. Yeah, because it's just like, even just the accusation of being accused of sexual abuse can ruin you. Mm-hmm.
Shout out Miss Monica, one of the roomies. She said they just won't let him live. Venus says, I'm in love with Chris Brown, so I'm biased AF. Girl, me too. We all biased. Right, we all a little biased. Got a little bias on it. You know, but people are definitely speaking out in support of Chris Brown. And I appreciate the way he's kind of handling this lawsuit. Like, he went straight to court. He kept it kind of professional. And so I hope he gets the justice that he deserves.
He done put out a gospel song, Residuals.
That's not a gospel song, bro.
That's a song, and you know it. I'm just getting all of my love.
Yes,
it's a praise dance song, and y'all.
No, man. It feels like a Justin Bieber song, though. For real, if you listen to it, feel like something that Justin Bieber would sing. But like, still a good song.
Do at church.
Now, Justin, I don't know about that song. Now you done took a reach. Now
I did not.
You over there in Costa Rica with your people, but don't come over here talking about Residuals as a Justin Bieber song, baby. I ain't never heard Justin do what Chris Brown doing on this record.
Oh my God! All right,
he ain't singing like this.
Justin Bieber got some hits. I'm about to play something for you.
You know what I'm saying? and be nice. But anyway, okay, let's get into this. The numbers are in, and of course, Beyonce wins. An estimated 24.6 million viewers watched Trump's inauguration, according to Nielsen, but falling short of beating the Beyonce Bowl that happened on Christmas Day. The Queen Bee pulled in 27 million, according to Netflix. Now, keep in mind, Netflix is one platform. The inauguration was seen on a lot of platforms. Anyway, the numbers were also down for the new president compared to the 31 million who watched his first inauguration in 2017 and the 33.8 million who watched Biden's in 2021. So, fellas, did you watch the inauguration?
No.
Okay.
Nothing for it.
Did you watch the Beyonce Bowl?
Yep.
All right. That answers that. And it says like Beyonce and the NFL did a better job of unifying the nation over Donald Trump. And they did that on Christmas Day. And then Trump's 24 million number included people who didn't even vote for him. And, people are reporting that hotels in D.C. were not even sold out for the inauguration compared to the inaugurations in the past. Dang. And we know Donald Trump has a problem with crowd sizes, which some are saying is why he moved his swearing-in ceremony into the Capitol building instead of the traditional mall ceremony. But
I will say this. Y'all know Trump supporters ain't got cable or money to get to the inauguration.
Really? What?
I voted for him. You know he wasn't going. I always voted for him. He gonna make, they
ain't never been on a plane.
They ain't never been on a plane. I love you, Trump, but I ain't flying over there.
Oh my God.
This my America.
I hate you. Well,
that's racist, Zach. That's racist.
It really is. Let's check in with someone who was there and can give us the real scoop. Roomies, let's welcome Shade Room's own correspondent Justin Carter.
What's up, y'all? Y'all are so goofy. I love it.
Welcome. Now, Justin, talk to us about your Trump inauguration experience. What are your thoughts on the crowd size debate?
All right. Well, Kiki, first of all, let me just set the record straight about all of this.
Okay.
I feel like the crowd size, the great part about it being moved from outside to inside was that we were all warm and it was safer, in my opinion. It was just overall, I just had a better experience. I didn't have to, pile on a coat, gloves, and all that. But then I started to wonder, I was like, remember what happened last time when that crowd size situation was a big thing and there was nobody there and he was trying to say that there was a lot of people there. And then I was like, he likes these stadiums because it makes it appear that there are a lot of people. Mind you, there were a lot of people there. So I will say that. However, the optics of it was a lot better than people spread out, on Freedom Plaza watching the inauguration. So, yes, I was there. Yes, it was a packed house inside the Capitol Arena in Washington, D.C. I don't think it was sold out. I did see a couple seats empty, but overall, I mean, the energy was there. People are pumped up, Black, white, Hispanic, especially. They were pumped up.
Did they serve food?
We had to buy food, and them chicken tenders was $35.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I know. Not freedom tenders.
I know. My boss,
golden tenders.
Watching this, he's gonna have to approve that
expense.
That's crazy. All right. But Justin, tell us some of the takeaways and possible highlights from the inauguration.
Yeah, overall, the inauguration parade, it was an overall decent experience for me. Everybody was nice. Trump's team, we've been working with them for the past year to, of course, cover both sides. We covered Kamala's side, we covered Donald Trump's side. And so overall, they are extremely nice. Everybody overall was extremely nice. As a Black person, I did feel like I was the only, there were Black people there. There just was not a lot of Black people there. So automatically, I'm like, okay, all right. And so, when I get on that plane in Atlanta and everybody on the plane to DC has a Make America Great Again hat and, the paraphernalia and, all the, the clothes and things, the accessories. It was overall a okay experience. I'll do it again. I would do it again as a
You sound nervous.
Huh?
You sound like you was nervous on that plane, Justin. I ain't gonna lie to you. Justin couldn't sleep on that plane. Tell the truth, Judge.
I always got my eyes open. I got my eyes open always.
I know that's right.
But you know what? It's interesting. They see that I'm a journalist. A couple of them pulled me to the side and they just wanted to know more about what I do. And I talked to them and a lot of them said, I don't agree with everything that he says. And, he says a lot of things that, are damning and can destroy some aspects of our country. However, for some reason, some people were, they put that aside, his felonies and his criminal history. And they said, you know what, I think he'll do a better job than Kamala Harris. So, I mean, what can you do? We got 4 years and we're going to power through and we are going to continue at the Shade Room, cover what is going on within the Trump team.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Go ahead, Kiki. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tom.
No, I was going to ask you, Justin, now with all of those powerful people that we saw, from the Dana Whites to everybody, the CEO of Google. What was the chatter about with all of those people, those powerful people in the room? How was that chatter?
You know what? Honestly, I saw Elon there. You know, of course, the CEO of TikTok. We were at one of the parties that TikTok threw. Waka Flocka was there, and Lil Pump was there as well. There were a lot of big names there. People were excited to see Elon. They were excited to see all the heavy hitters, the CEOs. They look up to a lot of them. So yeah, just in speaking with people, I mean, everybody was quiet when Elon got on stage. He's the richest man in the world. And it's so funny to me. Elon is such an interesting person because, during his speech, as his speech was ending, he was like, all right, sounds good, y'all. Bye. Like, it was just like a very regular moment. He's not the richest man in the world. He's just a regular kind of awkward guy who just happens to run these very successful businesses. So it was a very interesting thing. And people were really excited to see these big guys.
Wow, it's interesting.
Could you feel the tension in the room, Justin? Like when you would see Kamala and Obama and, our other former presidents kind of on the other side, could you feel that tension just being in the crowd?
I did not see, I was not at the actual Capitol building where the swearing in took place. That was at the Capitol building and it was very tight. There was only pool cameras there and just constituents, but I was at the inauguration parade. And I will say, just watching that live, it was awkward. It was awkward to see President Trump. And it's interesting, that strategy where he just laid it all out in front of their face. So, some people say what you mean and mean what you say. And President Trump did that in front of Kamala and President Biden. And, honestly, I think Vice President Harris, I think she's just like, get somebody else to do it at this point. I'm out of here. Sign me up. I'm on the next plane out. She's in California now, living her best life. So yes, it was awkward to watch. However, after he was sworn in, it was, this next wave of President Trump and the excitement that people had about it.
Justin, now you were talking to what were the Black people who attended there? Like, what were they saying the reason that they were there or the reason that made them vote for Trump?
Yeah, a lot of people, you see there in the video, Waka Flocka. I went to a Black gala, and that Black gala was for the Black Conservative Federation. They held that gala. They do it every time there's an inauguration. And overall, I think the general common denominator was morals and values. A lot of them, there was a lot of people from FAMU. The president of FAMU was there at this conservative gala. And, he was even saying Donald Trump leans more towards what I value, my Christian values, how I was raised. And a lot of young millennials said the same thing. They talked about abortion and how they're against it and the economy. That's a big thing, especially for young millennials. So I think overall, that was the common denominator, values, morals. It had nothing to do with immigration policy. It had nothing to do with DEI initiatives. I spoke with a young couple who actually works for the federal government, who may possibly be impacted by Trump rolling back DEI initiatives. That was just recently in my story. And they were like, we were having meetings, federal meetings, and they were trying to push things on us and how to hire certain people. I think we should be hired based on our merit and our accolades and our experience and not DEI initiatives and pushes to make sure that the federal government is being inclusive with their hiring. I do think, on the flip side of that, you also have to do more research too when you think about DEI and what it means and why these initiatives are enacted. It's not to single people out. It's not to only hire Black people. It's a bigger cause. So some people are misinformed in that way, but that's what they think, and they're sticking to it.
I just think they be so off on that because it's not like it's just millions of Black folk getting hired based on these DEI programs. I have a friend who who started his career through a DEI program, Target, and then he moved on to work for Google and Hulu. And without a program like that, coming to a HBCU and them actually, recruiting, looking for Black candidates, he wouldn't have had that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I think about how many white men and people get opportunities based off just knowing somebody who may not be qualified. So to just pick this group and be like, oh, we want the best qualified, but not do something where everybody can get rechecked or something. It's just not right, man.
I think it's extremely dangerous. Like, and you got to watch the companies that are super excited to remove their DEI programs. Like, you know, they haven't even met their budget, or they haven't even got the copy machine fixed, but they're like, oh, I can get rid of my DEI program. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, let's handle that right now. I think that's so dangerous. And people really, like you said, really don't understand why those programs are put into place. Like, a lot of people, Black people, have extra merit. We're overqualified for positions that we don't get the opportunity to take. So they're going to learn in these next 4 years, right, Justin?
Yeah. You know, it's all about positioning, Kiki. Yes, that's a very good point. Both of you guys. It's a very good point. A lot of times, especially HBCUs, the federal government isn't even looking at students that graduate from HBCUs. So these DEI programs are just a way for some of the most qualified people to get in the door. Yeah, to get in the door. And you know, a lot of times, some of these people, these voters out there don't understand that.
And you still got to work. Like, when you get a DEI is just getting you in the door. Like, when you get there, you got to show up and do something, or you'll be out the door the next semester. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is these companies have never even thought about recruiting at a school like Tennessee State. I'm saying Tennessee State because I've lived this. They haven't never thought about recruiting here. And then you get this talented Black person that you never thought you needed, and then now you're going back every single year outside of the DEI program because you got such a talented person. And I'm not saying, I guess what I'm trying to say, y'all, is everybody who's going out there recruiting, they may not necessarily have been racist or anything, but they may not have known that these schools were around and could, you know, had this talent pool available. And that really bothers me, though, because you know,
we're not only talking about Black people too. We're talking about all minorities. We're talking about gay people, transgender people getting these opportunities. It's a big, wide net, and rolling that back is definitely something that I'm going to be paying attention to as I continue to cover these stories. I'm very interested to see what you know, hiring looks like, what the numbers are in these next few years, and how that impacts us.
Well. Tone, anything before I let Justin get out of here?
No, I'm appalled by the whole thing. I told you, it's crazy, and this is what's going to happen when the Keishas and the Antoines, when their names pop up across the thing, and they just get looked over because of cultural biases. People try to act like Jim Crow laws didn't just stop in the 60s. Those people are still hiring. Those people are still ahead of programs. They did this for a baseline for people to have a fair shake because they know how America is. And like you said, Kiki, we'll see in the next 4 years how people feel about this.
Yeah, I mean, and on the heels of that too, did you see the number of people and the number of celebrities that were there? Nelly and Waka.
Yeah, Justin, what are your thoughts on that? On Nelly performing, you know, Rick Ross being there, Snoop Dogg speaking out or performing after speaking out years ago against it. What were your thoughts on that?
Kiki. You know what?
Justin, I want that.
I know. You know what? Nobody's asked me that. And, you know, I haven't really thought about it much, but I will say that we have to hold all of our celebrities to the same standard as we did Chrisette Michele when she sang at his first inauguration and how she was canceled. I saw her in concert, and I saw her in concert a few years ago, and she just like broke down, said that she was just coming out of a depressive time in her life, era in her life, where people canceled her, people called her names, and we just disowned her. I will say, I think we need to hold them to the same standard as we did Chrisette Michele, because, you know, as a culture, a lot of us just completely canceled her. You know, she was having trouble making money and selling out her concerts and tours and stuff. And it's just so sad. So that's how I feel about it. We need to be on the same
playing field. I agree. I agree.
Don't do too much.
Okay, I got. Are we talking about this later in the show? We definitely.
I'm sorry.
I want to say this though, because like I know that Chrisette Michele got a lot of cancel energy. I was there for it, but we can't just like act like we was waiting on the next Chrisette Michele album.
It's not equal. It's not equal.
I swear it was. Only time I've heard people collectively talk about Chrisette Michele was during this
situation.
Well, that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if she was hot or not. You was waiting on the next Nelly album?
No, I was.
What?
I'm saying it was.
I think it does matter.
He's got records that live with you, you know what I'm saying, that you grew up on.
I think it should all be on the same playing field, but we could get into what Stephen A. Smith had to say about it.
We'll get into it.
But thank you, Justin. You can hang around. We'll let you get back to doing the investigation, honey. We know you got
a lot going on. Thank y'all.
My dog.
One thing about it, Justin gonna tell you the truth.
I love
him. Absolutely.
All right, let's move on. Stephen A. Smith is joining the conversation on the social debate regarding hip-hop artists performing at Trump's inauguration balls.
Why are you talking about?
Wait, what the hell did you just say?
That's how it says Trump's inauguration. He had more than one inauguration ball. So I was saying,
but just
performing at Trump's inauguration balls.
Okay. Pause. That sounds so.
Let's look at this.
Take a look.
Whoa.
Nelly threw out the money as well. He ain't trying to be political. He's an artist. He was paid to perform, and that's exactly what he did. Nelly is not a political person. Nelly doesn't get involved in the campaigns. Nelly does perform for people who will pay the right fee, etc., as an artist. And he is somebody that don't want to get involved in all of that and believes in respecting the office because of the power that comes with it. That's his position. Like it or not, you got to respect it because there's plenty of hypocritical asses out here in this world acting like they don't do it, and they do it every day. But you're going to come at him because he went and sang a few songs at the incoming president. See, that's the BS right there. And that's the kind of stuff that's got to stop.
He was mad as hell.
Y'all better rap for me like that, okay?
I hate when Stephen A. has takes outside of sports. I think it's hard for me to take him serious, no matter what he talking about. I'd be like, Stephen A., talk about sports, man. I don't know who you talking about, Nelly. It makes me cringe a little bit.
Roomies, let us know what you think in the comments. I see Ashley checked in. She said, I do think we need to get rid of cancel culture. So
Ashley Russell.
My whole take on this whole thing is crazy. It's different. It's like we were saying, Chrisette Michele is a good artist, and she shouldn't have got canceled. So two things can be true. She shouldn't have got canceled because she's doing what an artist does: go for the money, get a performance fee. But then you can't. The reason people trying to compare that with Snoop Dogg, with Nelly, Rick Ross, we are talking some of the biggest artists of our time. They're going to get a pass, especially Snoop Dogg, Travis Scott, Soulja Boy, anybody that will show up in these spaces. They're bigger than Chrisette Michele. They're just Snoop by himself is a bigger star than Chrisette Michele. He's going to get a pass. He did a show with Martha Stewart. We know Snoop is going for the money. That's really what it is. We don't
pass. I don't know about that, but
let's look at this video real quick.
Okay.
She lost fans, she lost followers, she even lost a potential gig with filmmaker Spike Lee. When the news broke, Spike Lee posted on Instagram, I was thinking about using Chrisette's song Black Girl Magic in my Netflix series She's Gotta Have It, Not Anymore. Then you have Questlove weighing in, of course the Roots drummer and the Tonight Show band leader tweeting, I'd pay Chrisette to not perform.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. That's overkill. They did beat up.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? So it just seems like many males from Stephen A. Smith, Charlamagne the God, and even All the Smoke podcasts are finding ways to defend Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy. All right. So I want to ask you both, where was the energy? Why didn't we help Chrisette Michele when she was getting beat up like that?
Well, you tell me, because you just said, you didn't help her because she didn't have a hot album. She wasn't as hot as Nelly, or she wasn't as hot as Snoop. So I'm talking about because Snoop was on the show, then he get a pass. This is ridiculous, fellas. And this is why
they're bigger stars, Kiki. That's just a fact. They're bigger, Kiki. It has nothing to do with male or female. Has nothing to do with a male-female thing. It just happens to be male-female. These are all bigger stars. They are bigger at their profession than Chrisette Michele. That is a fact. So it's hard to
what
even
does
make a
that have to
comparison.
do with this? That doesn't have anything to do with you
Called
cancel
brand
one,
equity.
you cancel the other. You cancel
Brand
one.
equity.
You should actually hold the bigger star to a higher level of accountability than you
Why?
hold anyone that you deem smaller. What do you mean? Why? They have a bigger
you don't
reach.
care as much from
They have
the
a bigger
smaller.
reach. They have a bigger impact on the community. They influence more people. You just said it. He's big. He's in front of all these brands. He's in front. You're a bigger representation of the culture. We should absolutely hold him at a bigger standard. And my thing is, it's one thing to be an entertainer and go get a check. Everybody's allowed to make their own decisions and do whatever they feel like doing. However, you have to hold yourself accountable when you are representing somebody who is taking away people's human rights. How do you sleep? How do you sleep at night knowing you got on stage and perform?
I have a perfect thing. I have a perfect way to go with. So what was all of this when we saw R. Kelly on tape? What was all of this? You still singing his song.
What?
You still singing his song. The reason that you gave R. Kelly grace is because he could sing his face off, and he built up brand equity, and he was a bigger star. So you didn't want to believe that he was this person. That is why. That's why the big stars get brand equity. They get a little more leeway. That's just the truth of it. If Beyonce, God forbid, ever had something go on with her, anybody's gonna come to her defense. If somebody gave Beyonce a parking ticket for parking bogus, everybody will be like, that police officer's wrong. Why? Because she's a huge star and you have emotions tied into him. Snoop is in front of us Snoop has been in front of us for years. He was in Olympics, for crying out loud.
Tone, I just want, have you eaten some of that Costa Rica food? Like what they done put in that water? Because I know you ain't. I know, baby, you done brought R. Kelly in this. I don't understand how he got here. I was 7 years old when R. Kelly was on tape. I don't know what was held accountable. I wasn't even there. So I'm talking about today. I'm talking about right now. And I feel like you guys, men, black men, love to give other black men a pass, but you hold black women like Chrisette Michelle accountable. And you talk about this person is bigger than that person. It does not matter. At the end of the day, you can use your art to influence the culture, just like you use your art to influence people to buy brands and to support you and to make money. So you know what kind of power your influence holds. You should make better decisions about that. So I think if we're going to hold Chrisette Michelle accountable, we need to do the same thing for any other black man who is making those decisions.
I get what you're saying.
We've had female artists. We have female artists admit to doing something crazy. We have female artists admit to doing something crazy, and because she was so big, we gave her a pass. That is why I'm saying that people.
Here it is, man. We have, and this is what we have, man. We have in everything, and not just political. We have a lot of selective outrage when it comes to things. Certain things just bring out certain things out of people. It's certain people who get passes to certain people. Okay. It's certain people who were like, absolutely not when it comes to this person. And that's based on how you feel, man. But at the end of the day, I have been completely even on both of them. I didn't give a damn Chrisette Michelle sang, and I don't give a damn about Snoop and them, because I do not put my political power or thoughts or anything in no entertainers, because I know they are controlled by a check. I don't have any moral compass when it comes. I don't expect moral compass out of people who entertain for a living.
Okay.
I just don't expect that.
No.
Okay. I just don't. All right. And I know people will bring up integrity and different things like that. These people are working. Okay. And they gonna go get a check. And if you start getting emotional about what people who are controlled by money gonna do, you're gonna be emotional all the time. And I like to hold on to my emotions and not like what can you do about it?
I don't think it's emotional. I think it's just holding somebody accountable. I think we like to say it's emotional when we don't want to hold our friends and the people that we love accountable. I know it's uncomfortable. I love Nelly. You know, I like Tip Drill. You know what I'm saying? I like Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying? Tom still wear vocal. I love them. It hurt my heart. I love Uncle Snoop. It hurt my heart to have to hold them accountable. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. And that's just what it is. I'm not. It's like made me cringe.
But you know what it does for them? You know what it does?
This made me cringe. When he was doing all that about Chrisette Michelle, I felt icky inside. Yeah. I felt like they was beating up on that lady for performing. I felt the same way about how people jumping on them. I'm trying to tell you, I'm even on it because it's not that, man. Okay. Y'all gotta quit. Okay.
Well, no, it's okay.
It's just
Tone,
people
what you
people
Tone,
get so
help us.
fired up about what
Costa Rica.
rappers do, man. They rappers.
That's right. They are rappers. Yes.
No, I think that was an overkill on Chrisette Michelle. Like I said,
It was.
I believe it's totally unfair. But I think the reason why people are kind of saying, "Oh man, okay," trying to make excuses because they are big stars. But what I do think is going to affect them going down, especially when you saw the hypocrisy from Snoop Dogg when they pulled. Everybody saw that video they reposted about him about the past thing he was saying. I do think this affects his credibility. It does affect his credibility. You can't come out and all of a sudden start saying certain things because people are gonna be like, "But remember when you went after the check?" So once you go after the check, now you have just totally dismissed all the equity
that comes with it.
That comes
I'm
with it.
so glad y'all see the light. My God.
No, that comes with the check.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
So he should be held accountable.
To those who want to.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yes.
Just like he got the right to perform, you got the right to hold him accountable.
Shout out to the Roomies checking in. Felicia Rose says, I work and get a check and I still have my integrity with it. Period. Point blank. That's all.
Girl, where you work? Because I guarantee your boss who signed your check probably voted for Trump and you ain't quitting your job. So knock it off.
But she ain't getting up there performing.
I guarantee it.
She ain't getting up there hitting the heel toe for him. She ain't getting up there
you
hitting
ain't
the heel
quitting your
toe.
job. I guarantee you, baby, like your boss voted for Trump. You ain't gonna be like, I quit today. You ain't gonna do it.
No, you ain't gonna do that.
But she talking about okay.
I like that point. Thank you, Roomie. The Roomie's on point tonight. Okay. But let's get into this next story. That this one is super crazy. It looks like Ashley from Love Is Blind has taken off the blinders. Ashley and Tyler Francis from season 7 of Love and Blind are headed to divorce. Have y'all seen this news? It's been crazy.
Yeah.
So messy. The couple announced their separation and impending divorce after just over a year of marriage. Zach, you was married longer than a year. Right?
About 2 pay periods.
Okay.
I was married about 2 pay periods. I got a check on the 15th, and that was the bank account. Then I got a check on the 31st, went there, and then we was there.
You said, I don't like this.
I don't like this.
I don't like sharing this. That's crazy. Ashley stated, after much reflection, I want to share that Tyler and I have been separated for several weeks and have now made the difficult decision to end our marriage. In a statement to People magazine, she says, while I had hoped for mutual understanding and transparency in our relationship, it has become clear that our paths are no longer aligned, making it impossible for me to continue in this marriage. So joining us now to discuss Ashley and Tyler is someone who fled the States with Tone. He out there eating that Costa Rica food too. I hope his mind clear. Roomies, welcome Jarrette Jones from Love Is Blind season 2. What's up, Jarrett and Tone out in Costa Rica?
So what's going on?
Okay.
Get up out of them states, man.
What'd you say?
I had to get up out of them states, man. It's crazy times right now.
I know. I just hope they let y'all back. Okay. Now, Jarrett, you were on season 2 of Love Is Blind and you went through a divorce as well. What happened with your love life?
I mean, after the cameras go away and you know what I'm saying, you're forced to kind of gel your life together with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? You really learn a lot about a person, you know what I'm saying, as well as yourself. So I think it just came to a point where, it was, I don't feel like that, we were as we pulled the covers back, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that we made the best decision at the time. In the moment it did feel right, you know what I'm saying? We were high on emotions and everything like that, but over time, I think things just started to pan out, and we just realized that maybe we aren't so compatible as much as we thought we were.
Yeah, you just got to go back to love the old-fashioned way at the church, gym. You know what I'm saying? That reality show love tricky. You got all these cameras and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm on my best behavior. Of course, I'm on my best behavior. I'm the best dude in the world, and she is too.
Until the cameras go off.
Yeah, cameras go off, man. Sit down, man. I don't want all that, man. Yeah. All right. Now, I do want to ask you this. What do you think happened to Ashley and Tyler?
Man, listen. They say, we like to try to ignore these red flags. Red flags is red flags. And with me being on the show, I do have a different perspective, you know what I'm saying, of how certain conversations may not be, may not be shown to the public. But even still, if these conversations were had behind or they weren't shown on the show, like, you still need to ain't no way I'm finna be like, yeah, somebody got 3 kids or however many kids you had, and you still gonna say yes to this person. Like, no, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is why. I mean, for the roomies that are checking in with the show, if you haven't watched Love is Blind, this story with Ashley and Tyler is insane. They were together. She found out that he had extra kids that she didn't know about later on in the relationship. So, Jarrett, I want you to stick around with us and join this next debate. How soon should you tell someone that you have kids? That's the first question. And is it okay to do a background check on your potential partner? Yeah, you laughing because she probably should have did a background check on you.
Oh no, that's crazy. Kiki, get off my man's, man.
But no, I feel like when you really, you know what I'm saying, you feel like you locked in with somebody and you decide to take the next step with somebody, then I think that that's the perfect time to introduce, you know what I'm saying, the fact that you have kids. You know, you can mention it beforehand, you know what I'm saying, but like as far as like actually meeting this child and, you know what I'm saying, trying to create a relationship with this child, I don't think that needs to happen until you and this person have decided, okay, I want to be with you and I want to be with you long term. So I think it's okay to have that initial conversation, but as far as like really truly meeting this child and things like that, you can have that down the line. Because I don't
want to marry you and then learn that you have kids. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Why not? Surprise!
No, don't
That's a crazy surprise.
Yeah, this will forever feel.
I got a whole family in Costa Rica, baby. That's all right.
Right now, so you have children, you know, and you're single or date. I don't know what you got going on, but how long do you tell? How long before you tell your potential partners that you have children?
Usually it comes up a lot of times. You know, women are going to ask you that. That's just a part of the rundown. They're going to ask you. But, you know, when they get to asking a lot of questions about, because, you know, I've said it before, I got 3 baby mamas. And when they get to asking those type of questions, I politely just say those are conversations for later on. You know, it's not, I have a thing about giving out my personal business, my kids' personal business, my children's mother's personal business within that first. Sometimes they want to know stuff on the first date. We don't even know if this first date gonna work out. Now we vibing, and it's been like a month, couple months. Then we can start having those conversations because, of course, we're trying to move towards something. But definitely not that first date. You can't just know the ins and outs of why things didn't work out with my children's mothers.
But you do tell the woman that you
have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Leo. You know, I'm a Sagittarius. I like long walks on the beach. I got 5 kids. Like you should be able to tell somebody that before you even don't even order an appetizer with me, and you ain't told me you got 3 dependents. Right. I need to know that.
You gonna know immediately that I have a son.
Come on,
okay. I got 1.
But see, you only have 1. I feel like a man with 1, I got 1. You know, when you get up in that 4, 5, 6 range, that's when you want to start being a little sneaky.
Now you start, you know, I'm at the point, you know, it make me look more responsible. it works. It works to my advantage. I'll be like, yeah, I got 1. I take care of him. Yeah, he stay with me.
Like, oh my God, he's a single father.
You got a baby. You know what? Let me show you. This how he look. Right. I'm showing this was set the part.
Yeah.
They know what my son look like.
Now, ladies, you see the sneakiness that this little man has. He's a demon.
I know how it works.
They be like, he a good daddy. Yep. Yeah.
When you got 1, they think it's cute.
Yeah.
When you get you got 3 and a possible, like a game of spades. You trying to wait a couple days before you tell.
They don't even ask questions when you got 1. Women start asking questions when you got 2 or more. You know what I'm saying? They be like, how many baby mamas? It'd be follow-up questions. When you got 1, they know it was 1 woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
now let me ask you this, fellas. Has a woman ever ran a background check on you when dating?
Oh, that's crazy.
I have no idea.
I mean, if they did shit, I wouldn't know.
Okay, right. Nobody's ever admitted it. Okay.
Nah, I wouldn't know that.
Run a background check on a woman?
Yes, we do it all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Please do tell.
Men do it all the time. Now we're not going in the computer and typing anything and looking up anything. The background check is Tone. You know Keisha.
Yeah.
You know Instagram. Who been with her? Who you know mess with her? And then he be like,
You ain't messing with her, did you? all right.
If you mess with her, that's a man background check. You see
What?
any of your friends hit her or any of your friends' friends hit her.
Yep.
After they
Yes.
cleared those two levels, now I know that I could possibly take this seriously. Or if
Ladies.
there was somebody who hit, now I need to know the terms and conditions on how they hit. You know what I'm saying? I need to know. Tone might be like, hey, my man used to talk to her. Okay. What was that? What was going on? They be like, man, they talked for a while, said she was a good girl. He messed up. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my man. Now I can make the decision if I want to continue or not. You know what I'm saying?
We check your whole facts. We check your whole facts. If once you, especially before we wipe you up, we're gonna have to put your picture in the group chat to see if anybody hit. If you clear the group chat, we can start this relationship up.
Yeah, you good. Okay. But we gonna run it through. We got to know, because what I'm not doing is showing up with my friends at the Super Bowl party.
Everybody in the room. Yeah, that's uncomfortable. That got to be uncomfortable.
She giving out hugs. Hold on, how you know him? How did we get to hugging?
We used to talk back in the day. What?
Yeah, y'all used to talk back in the day. Oh, a rock? Oh, if he rock, if he rock, he's still hitting him.
A hug and a rock is nasty.
My God. Oh my God. Well, ladies do the same thing. We put pictures in a group chat, of course. But then, ladies, if you really want to run a background check on a man, just post him on your social media. Trust me.
Hold on. That's how you
one of his girls is in 3.5 seconds will be in your coming to you as a woman in your inbox. So just put him on social media.
You as a woman. Coming to you as a woman is crazy.
That is assault. That is an invasion of privacy. That is assault. You should be able to do time for that. You cannot just post a man you just started dating on social media without his permission.
If you want to find out what that man got going on, if you want to know if anybody out there think they his girlfriend, the moment you put that man hand, you don't even got to put his full body, put his hand on social media. I guarantee you the girl's coming to you as a woman up in your inbox. Trust me. You ain't got a full background check.
Elbow.
I experienced that. I experienced that one. Yeah, I experienced that one.
Somebody literally just said it. It's Facebook pages out there where people are literally posting dudes and asking if anybody knows this person, anybody mess with this person, trying to get the tea and all that. I'm just like, bro, that's
now see, Felicia, you telling too much now. You weren't supposed to be telling that on here now, Felicia. Them Facebook pages is private. Don't be telling anybody about
they
that.
They got Facebook pages?
Jared, I know you with them Facebook pages.
Yes.
He gonna say yes. Oh my God. What's your relationship status right now, Jared?
Right now I'm single. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm at that point in my life where, you know what I'm saying, I'm ready to get out there and date again for real. But it definitely took some time. I didn't take that marriage lightly. You know what I'm saying? I was married for 17 months. And even after we called it quits, we were still, you know what I'm saying, we wasn't really done for real. But you know, I did have to take the time to be by myself and not really date nobody, because I did have to heal and process everything that went on with that marriage. So I'm at the point now where I'm just like, all right, cool. Like I'm ready to date somebody. So I'm single.
That's why I came to Costa Rica and started a new family.
Yes,
that's how you heal.
I had to heal. Jared, you on a vacation in Costa Rica.
Jared, would you get married?
It's been over a year.
You said y'all was still dibbling and dabbling and messing around.
Yeah, this 2025. That was 20. We got divorced in 2022.
Okay. All right. Well, heal on in Costa Rica.
Would you get married again? A lot of guys who get divorced be like, I ain't doing that no more.
No, I absolutely would get married again. Marriage is fun. Like having your partner, having somebody to, you know what I'm saying, that you can be yourself, truly be yourself around and build with. Like that shit is dope as hell. And I truly believe, you know, so my person's still out there. And I have a lot of love to give, and I love love. So I definitely would get married again for sure.
It is.
Yeah, I know that's right. You on the shade room, them DMs finna blow up, baby. I got a lot of love to give. I've been healing. I'm on my healing journey. You some dangerous, Jarrett. You are
Venus says I'm still suspicious. If you say shout out to the Ruby checking in, I'm still suspicious. Damn, Venus, let that man heal, man. He trying to chill.
Come on, man.
I guess.
Me and Kay never say we trying to heal and get our mind right.
Because y'all be healing in another woman. But anyway, Jerry, thank you so much for joining the show.
It's a womb. Never mind.
Here you go. Here you go. You know what? I'm gonna let you get back to your healing journey.
Okay.
Thank you, Jarrett.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
There's something wrong with y'all.
Oh, y'all just so toxic, Lord.
Kiki, you got a problem. You just don't take nothing serious. That's your problem.
No, I don't take nobody serious that was married for 17 months. I don't take you serious. You didn't take yourself serious. That includes you too, Zach.
Well, you
now, come on.
I can't wait. But you can share 12 years.
That's
we should
right.
take you serious.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
12 years, baby. And we ain't 12 years, but close enough. Okay. He ain't going nowhere. He love it here.
Let's get into this. Like, contrary to Destiny's Child's anthem, Independent Women, content creator Trio AC is saying most women don't want to be strong and independent. Check this out.
Most women don't want to be strong. They have to be. All right. They've never been able to lean on a man and say, "Ooh, can you just please take this off of me?" and have that be done. They've never been able to trust a man that deeply. They never had an example of what a good man looks like. Right. So they've had to try to turn themselves into one to supplement the lack of having one around. Regardless of how successful that woman is, right? She could be the CFO of a company, vice president of a company, and be directing and making orders and making decisions all day long. When she walks through that door to come home, she does not want to do that. She wants to be able to lay on her man's chest and know, keyword no, not think, not, possibly, maybe, know that her man is going to be able to take care of things from her from that point. She wants to sit in that passenger seat and be a passenger seat princess because she knows that her man in the driver's seat knows where he's going.
Protect that man.
Man,
Protect that man.
You put some R&B instrumentals behind somebody, they can say some stuff that's gonna make you feel good, can't they?
Man,
I'm gonna start doing that when I start saying something to women. I'm gonna just put some R&B behind me, some instrumentals, and it's like, hey, look.
Like, the thing is, I actually agree with what he was saying.
It's true.
But the fact
of it's true.
The fact that he got into that tone of voice and then had the if I can't lose acapella version.
Now he had in the arms of an angel, the little commercial for the dogs.
If you got that music playing, he playing on y'all emotions. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It be them same guys that they do that and then they take their headphones off and they put their mic up and be like, where's the
That's true.
That's what
That's
happens.
true.
So I don't want y'all. That's what bothers me is y'all don't know. Like, women, y'all don't be knowing when y'all be getting played by these podcasters.
Yeah, that's fact.
Y'all don't know.
That's
like
facts.
they play into y'all emotions. They know what you want to hear, and she wants you to just do this and do that, and they be single than a mother.
But he ain't lying. That's the debate. Do women really want to lead and be an alpha, or do they want to be led or led and taken care of? That's the debate.
Women want to be taken care of.
Women want to be taken care of, and that's nothing wrong with that. But the way the world is set up in 2025, unless you're a millionaire, you cannot do it financially, but you can do it emotionally. You can, if you want, like he said, if your woman is a CFO, she is one of those women that are being a boss out in the streets. When she comes home, she should be able to chill and relax and know that you got everything in that house taken care of. That outside of the finances, being there for her, listening to her day, listening to what's going on, talking to her, doing stuff with her, just relaxing and being you two together in those moments. That's what I think it means. I need to hear it. I need the music. I need that. I need that music. I need the music. But I agree with that. But y'all know how I feel about the financial. I want my woman to be an animal when it comes to getting money. But I definitely want her when she come home to know that I got it.
I think Wendy Williams used to say it best. Like, when I get off work, I want to be soft and I want to be pink. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a woman. I want to be at home. I want to take care of my house. I want to be a man to lead me, a strong man. You know what I'm saying? What?
I don't think that was the best.
You said what?
I don't think that was the best
She
example.
used to say it all the time.
Kiki,
she want to be soft
I know,
and pink.
but we saw how that ended up.
That's because
Jesus Christ.
she was with the wrong man.
Example.
She was with the
You
wrong
going to hell.
man.
You going to hell.
He laying her to hell.
You going to hell.
No,
That lady is not well, bro. That's wrong.
I didn't say nothing about her health. I'm just saying the leader that she chose led her straight to hell.
Yes, and most of y'all do.
And took advantage of her.
A lot of y'all do.
You know, don't put that on y'all. See, this is what I be trying to say. Like, Kiki love to say, y'all, you pick this man.
What?
Stop. You can't keep being a bad picker and be like, these men. You are literally picking. That's like me going to the grocery store and picking a rotten banana every time and being like, these bananas, they're nasty. But no, it's other good bananas around. You keep picking the black ones.
But y'all don't always be rotten.
The black rotten ones.
Yeah, right. Because what you trying to say about men?
Not
black
people,
men.
not black men. You know I'm a black man. I stand on black men.
Right. But when you go to the grocery store, that banana don't always look like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all package yourself in a nice little package that looks successful, looks faithful. Y'all go to church for the first 3 months of the relationship, you know, and then next thing you know, y'all show y'all true colors. So what y'all want us to do?
Somebody
we don't want to be.
Somebody said, just like your baby mom. I understand.
Well, damn, Felicia Rose.
Damn, Felicia Rose. You went right at me. But
we're not saying, oh, women ain't nothing. We still love black women. Men ain't gonna stop loving black women. You just know that you picked wrong. We take accountability for our
that's the thing. Zach is right. Men, and the thing about it is, women let other women live in delusion. Y'all don't go tell y'all girls like, hey, you tweaking to what you picking. Like when your boy keeps picking bad women, the same woman, the same type of woman, he complaining about the same stuff. You're like, bro, you pick a lot of wild chicks, bro. Stop wiping up the wild chicks, dog. But y'all will go, knowing this dude, she done met the dude at the club. He don't call her for 3 or 4 days. And then he could show up for a day or two. Then he does this. And then all of a sudden they end up in a relationship. And you like, oh, girl, I'm so happy for you. You're not telling her to watch her back. This is not good patterns. This is not what a good relationship looks like. Y'all gonna be there when she fall on her face for the 5th time of picking the same type of dude. That's
and then go get a drink with her and talk bad about the dude and reinforce all the stuff that he was wrong and he was this and he was that. Meanwhile, you knew he wasn't nothing.
But y'all don't act like y'all don't show up as representatives. And shout out to one of the roomies that put that in the chat. Y'all show up as a representative first. Okay, we just talked about it with when you have children. You show up, you want to take me on 6 dates before you tell me you got 6 kids. Y'all show up as representatives first. So we're not always privy to who you truly are in the beginning.
Y'all do too.
You
started making
we all guilty of that.
When I met you was making that Alfredo, you was cleaning up, you was doing all that. As soon as I got with you, the Alfredo stopped, house dirty. Same thing.
And walking around in my clothes, wearing my socks and my shirts. I'm like, what happened to the sexy stuff?
The first time we was together, Valentine's Day, you bought me cologne, drawers and slippers. Then we got together. I don't know.
Okay, so I said it's equal. But I think at the end of the day, women get a lot of slack, especially women who are powerful and have busy careers and good careers. We get a lot of slack that, oh, you want to be the man. You want to come home and act like the man. Like, no, I don't want to do this. You're lacking on your job, so I have to pick up the slack. And I think that is very true too. And I think both of you guys can admit that.
Okay, so how would it sound, Kiki? How would it sound if a man was like, you know what? You are very masculine, and I need to be more feminine in here. I'm about to be more feminine because you are lacking.
Yes.
Oh, I am about to get me some potpourri. We gonna do this. If a man said that he need to be more feminine, you would look at him crazy.
Have you ever had this issue?
You can't. No, you just be like, it's not it's no reason for you. I need to make up the slack. No, you are who you are. I hate that thing of like, I have to be masculine because you won't. If a man said I have to be feminine because you won't, because you too masculine, you look at him like he's crazy.
But if you're not leading, what is it called? What would you like it to be called? If you're not doing your job as a man and leading the relationship, what would you like that to be called?
Then he's not a leader.
Okay.
And you need to move around and get something somebody.
But we can admit that when you're in a relationship like that, it's not always just so easy that you move around. I mean, you move around, but you don't have to move around. No, I'm just saying, like, no, you're not getting it straight. I'm just saying it's not always that easy. Sometimes we stay in relationships and try to make them work. We try to make them work. And internally we are turning into a lot of, we're becoming more masculine because we have to be, just like the man with the podcast music said.
No, I think a lot of women some women don't know how to turn it off. I'm not gonna put it on all women and say that they don't know how to turn it off. They turn it off. They figure out the dude ain't worth turning it off for, and then they jump back in the mode. So I feel like that one's not an everybody situation because there are B men that need to be led by women. there are women that need to, that when they are better organized in a relationship. I think the ones that I've had that have been successful is like the ones that where the best person takes the good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good at finances. I'm good at money. You good at this. You good at that. You take that. You know what I mean? I think those are the relationships that kind of, when they work kind of hand in hand together, like a true partnership.
Yeah. So you do have to find your partner, but it is hard out here. It's hard out here.
Why y'all laughing at me, man? I mean, the ones that work.
Because we know you got a lot of
Saying
experience.
the ones that work is so funny to me.
I had some failures. It took me a while to even figure out how to make a relationship work. I got trauma, man. Can I get some R&B music so I can talk about it?
Yeah, you need to talk about it.
Shout out to Tanya, our roomie checking in. She said, I think a lot of men are wanting their single mom vibe woman.
What?
Now, I might need a little bit more context to that.
Yeah, Tanya.
Get off the wine and talk to us regular. I don't know what you said. I think a lot of men are wanting their single. What are you saying? She on that wine.
Oh my God.
Got that white Zinfandel.
Felicia Rose said if he can't lead and plan the date, then it's a no.
Yeah,
that's
simple
fair.
stuff.
That's
Simple
fair.
stuff.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. I understand. You should.
What about
stand
the guy that's like me, like want to ask you what you want to do? Like, I know what you want to do, Tom. What you
that's
do.
terrible. That's women do not like. Let me tell you something.
Yep.
Tom.
Tell him.
I know that
not?
you think I know you think, oh, I'm just gonna do whatever you say, and that makes the perfect thing. No,
Yeah.
they don't know what they want to do. I'm gonna tell you something. They don't necessarily know. They love to just be told. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, I need you to put on a dress. I tell you what, tonight, 7:00, I want you to wear a dress, wear heels, give them like the attire that they need to wear, and you can literally take their ass anywhere. It's a cheat code. They just so happy to be going. They don't care. They be like, you know, went to the gas station. The fact that you just told them where to go, they don't care. And the best thing about that, though, guys, that we don't realize is that you get to cater the date to whatever your pockets is looking like.
Yes.
Okay. So the fact that you initiate it, you get, we work at the radio station. We might get free tickets to a concert and be like, girl, put your tennis shoes on. We are getting ready to go see somebody perform. Who we going to see? I got these tickets free. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then she happy though, because you did something and just because you said it first. So I think you should definitely take advantage of the fact that women don't know and just go with it, man. I'm telling you, you ain't got no money. You know what? Come on, let's go. We finna do come on.
Let's go to the park.
Women are
We're gonna
simple.
take a walk. We're gonna go
Move
a
to
picnic.
Move the coffee table, put a blanket out, and sit Indian style and be like, we having a picnic in the living room. I'm finna DoorDash some food. She like, oh, you got it. Oh, this is nice.
Yep.
Like one candle, get a $20 bouquet of roses, and you are in there.
Teach the people, Zach. Teach the people.
There you go. I just, for me, I like it.
Music playlist, and she gonna be so happy. And you spent $35.
That's right. You
Man,
ain't wrong. Nina said, give Zach the R&B music now. No, for real, you need it.
Oh,
He
man,
need it.
Let's get into this hip hop debate, though, fellas. Come on, Zach.
Okay, let's do this, man. Legendary producer and half of EPMD, Eric Sermon, is saying hip hop is not hip hop anymore. Check this out.
Hip hop is just not hip hop. I just think that they should change the name. I know you shouldn't have. And I know no disrespect, but it's not what that is. Hip hop is what it is. It comes from a culture, and hip hop can evolve, but this is not evolving.
You think
Evolving is Melly Mel to Rakim stage to the whole nine to Wu-Tang, from Wu-Tang to Murder Inc. DMX. That's evolving. Cameron them, Dipset. That's evolving. It's still the culture.
that's a fact.
I didn't go for that. You can't go from that and don't evolve and come to where we at right now. That's not what that is. And they actually are saying they are rappers. They saying they something else. They call it some type of vibe or something or whatever, but they can't be. That is not what this culture is about. This culture is about content. It's about being able to say something that resonates.
Now, no disrespect to the OG. None at all. But, sir, I don't know what you was talking about. Zach, what do you think about this debate?
You know that those, the old school hip hop guys get under my
Watch
skin.
it.
Get them toned.
They get under my skin. They act as if like hip hop just stopped. and people aren't making amazing music anymore. Okay. Yes, there is some trash out there, but that happens when you have more volume. It's more volume than it was when you was rapping, Eric Sermon. It was only 4 of y'all. It's like the NBA. It started off with 4 teams, right? And then when you got 32 teams, yeah, some teams gonna be trash. It's gonna be some garbage basketball played. I'm pretty sure y'all played really good when it was 4 of y'all. That's all I'm saying. It's evolution. It comes with it. But there are still a lot of dope hip hop artists who are killing it. You know what I'm saying? Doechii just came out with a dope. That's not Doechii isn't Elevation. Glorilla's album isn't Elevation. Kendrick Lamar's album this year isn't Elevation. All right, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we saying?
Now,
So what he's saying in a Kiki, go ahead before I go ahead.
Because I know you started hip hop, you know.
Yes,
Zach always tells us that you were there from day one.
I was.
The hip and the hop. So
And I hop in the hippity.
what do you think about this debate? And do you think the new generation should be called a separate genre? Like, should they not even be allowed to be considered hip hop?
It's always going to be hip hop. I mean, one thing we've all made this culture, what we're doing right now, the things we do on the radio, that's a part of the culture, you know. But it all comes from the basis of the music, right? And the originality of the music, the variety of the music, the freshness of the music, the new sound of the music. And you look at what he's saying, and he said some other stuff. I watched that clip. It's like some of the rappers won't be able to make a song and use it for 30 years. You know what I mean? Or make money on it for 30 years. I'm not going to pick and choose over the artistry. I'll just say this. What I see the problem of it is this, there's no originality in a sense outside of the big 5, the people that you were naming, big 6, the big 7, where hip hop started thriving. It was never about the big stars, Zach. It wasn't about the big stars. It was about the stars that you had coming underneath that were still solid artists. They weren't big artists, but they were solid artists. What we have underneath the big artists is a bunch of things that sound like the big artists. It's no difference. So you got people sound like Young Thug, Gunna, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Wayne, people, Nicki. You got all these people trying to sound like, and it's it's come up rap. It's auto-tuned out. It's just not good, bro. It's not good.
I'm gonna tell you things are different. Okay, when you first started hip hop, you had to go through a label and different things. There were different. There were other checks and balances before you could even put an album out. Right now, music can go straight from the studio to the consumer. So yes, there's gonna be more because of the way that you consume it now. Okay, so different times they wouldn't even put people out at the same time because they didn't want certain artists to step on other artists. So it did seem like that. It seemed staggered like that. To your point about people sounding alike, in hip hop, people have always sounded alike. I'm telling you, if you start in the beginning from the hip, the hop, the hit, all of them was rapping they had that all same type of flow. This they did, Tone.
The stars, Zach, what you're saying is not true. The stars. Nobody sounded like Kanye before Kanye.
Yes, hold on, let me get there. The people who sounded different changed the game. All those people sound like Kanye, but it was still a lot of people who tried to sound like Kanye who were out at the time. NWA all sounded like because Ice Cube wrote all the music. 3 6 Mafia sounded like.
No, they didn't. If you listen to the cadence, so you trying to tell me every member, we know that Ice Cube wrote the raps. Go back and listen to NWA. Listen to the delivery, the cadence. You have to remember that people were rapping. They use their throat, their voice as their instrument. That's what made it. Some people just like a certain way, like Nelly. Nelly's a perfect example.
Oh,
Rick Ross is also a perfect example of using your voice to make a sound that's different. This makes a sound that's different. A Nelly, the way he made a sound is different. A Snoop Dogg, the way he rapped, slow and calm, different. Cameron, his cadence was different. When you go back to when you sit there, Mace, cadence different, slow but still fabulous. You could go and name these people town to town, Zach. Everybody sounds like Gunna, Little Baby, and Young Thug. Zach, stop playing. Your ears are telling you what's happening.
How does everybody?
I think what both of you guys are saying, parts of it is true. I think when hip hop continues to grow and evolve, because it's now we have people to be influenced by. When hip hop first started, everybody that came out and they had their own style, and if they did sound like somebody else, it wasn't as recognizable as it is now. We had, like Zach said, there's so many more people in the market that yes, everybody's not a star. And a lot of people are complete copy and paste of superstars. However, hip hop has evolved and we have a lot more to offer the culture now. We have a lot more people in it. And I think people are now influenced by the people that came before them. So it doesn't take away your talent because you're influenced by somebody. It takes away your talent when you literally try to copy and paste the person before you.
And what Tone is doing is comparing stars of the past to nobodies of now.
That's what I'm saying.
Instead of comparing stars to stars. Compare stars to stars. You can't bring up these people that you naming and then turn around and say everybody under Lil Baby Gunna. No, compare the stars to the stars. People sound different. Not to the people who not around. You comparing the 12th man on the bench to the best player on the team.
There's one play. No. There's one play, Zach. There's one way to play basketball. There's one way to play basketball. But people,
it's a million ways to play basketball.
If you let me finish my point, let me finish my point before you jump. Yeah. There's one way to play basketball, and then there's other people that take that one way and make it special. They make it special, and they're influenced by other people, but they still have their own signature on it. What we have now is what I'm saying is what Kiki was saying. There's a lot of copying and pasting. There's even a sense of not being ready, going from your internet studio to a halftime show where you had Jello Ball record. Tweaker is a good record and it's out and it's doing stuff, but they let the labels, because they're so interested in just keep churning out, and they're making money on people. And then some of the people not seeing the type of money that they supposed to see because the record label getting it. They just turning out records. But you got a person like Jello, got a hit record, and they let him go out on a halftime performance. His record label, No Shade to Def Jam, let him go out and perform at the Detroit Lions halftime show and bomb. That's not what it's about. He had to be prepared. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's a lot of things missing, and everything's being pushed so fast. This culture, this whole culture is built on being ready, show up when you're supposed to show up, and have something to offer it, no matter how big the star you are. It doesn't matter.
Overall, and I think we all agree on this. Hip hop is still hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And the stars will rise above. And that's really in any industry. Any industry. You're going to have people who come in and they might be influenced by the superstars that came before them, but there's something different and special about their sauce. And they're unique to their personalities and to their self and what they bring to the culture. And they are always going to rise above. When you come out and you try to copy Nicki exactly, or you copy, I'm just using Nicki because I love Nicki. But if you come out, you try to copy Nicki, even when you put out a record, I'm thinking about Nicki. I'm thinking this sounds like a Nicki record. When you come out and you copy Wayne, I'm thinking, even when you put out a record, I'm still thinking about Wayne. So just keep that in mind when y'all coming out and trying to sound like the next person. Everybody who comes, but it doesn't change that this is hip hop. This is hip hop. This is the state that it's in. It has evolved. There's a lot more volume to it. And I think people from the generations before can't just say, that ain't hip hop. You can't say.
But I just want y'all to know that I guess what my point was, hip hop has always had a sound.
Yeah.
And the people within it follow the sound of the time. You know what I'm saying? So when you got to be careful when you say people sounding alike. People was rapping like Curtis Blow when they start. The old school rappers
like Curtis Blow.
Look up the
you
old
weren't even alive when Curtis Blow was out. You don't know one record or no artist with Curtis Blow was out.
Only record he knows.
And they was all rapping like that.
My point is we don't know them. We remember Curtis Blow. We don't remember nobody that rapped like Curtis Blow. I remember Nicki. I'm not going to remember no other girl in 20 years that tried to do exactly what she do. I'm not going to remember the next like Cardi. There's only one Cardi. There's only one Kim. There's only one Queen Latifah. There's only one Wayne. Like, you have superstars that are going to keep rising above in our culture, and that's what's going to win. But it's still hip-hop. Even when you have 1,000 people running around sounding the same, it's still hip-hop.
Hip-hop is hip-hop.
Hip-hop is hip-hop, and it's here to stay, and I think that's how we can end this debate. Y'all done made me mad. I'm sweating. You know what? Don't forget to check out Justin's inauguration special streaming on Shade Room's YouTube channel. Let's take a look at what Justin Carter got going on, because y'all done made me mad.
They are black and for Trump.
Martin Luther King will be proud.
I want safety for our children.
we put our steppers on and went to D.C.
Shade Room, what's up?
The Shade Room is in the mix.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Parades, the black galas, TikTok parties.
Child support about to be out of here.
And social media is abuzz. Is Trump really changing how you get child support?
Everyone that puts their baby dad on child support cannot claim taxes.
We're fact-checking that and asking Trump's day ones if they feel some type of way they didn't get a black job in his cabinet.
I don't feel slighted. Just because you're not in the cabinet doesn't mean you don't have a big job.
I'm Justin Carter in Washington, D.C. TSR News. It starts right now.
I love me some Justin.
Justin is cold. Justin is cold.
Justin be having
cold.
You said you voted for Trump and you didn't get a black job. How do you feel to be a goofy? Ask that man how do you feel to be goofy in front of his face. I love me some Justin Carter, baby, and I will be watching that, of course. And what else? If you could pick one thing for Justin to investigate, what would y'all pick?
I want him to do the child support. I want him to do the child support thing.
What you say, Tom?
I want him to do the child support thing. That'd be pretty good.
Okay.
But you want to know about the child support? Tom trying to get off. You know, I was thinking the child support. That's just what I was thinking. I didn't know anything else.
He been sending Justin emails and everything.
So tell about the taxes.
I don't blame you, friend. I do not blame you.
You said you wanted to investigate the hair industry?
Yeah, like, these bundles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would really need to understand the pricing system. It just seemed like it's y'all talk about the cost of eggs, baby. The cost of this hair is getting ridiculous. So I would like for Justin to investigate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is. I'm just
what?
No, people putting Fashion Nova in the chat. Don't leave Fashion Nova alone.
Shout out to Fashion Nova. Look at me.
Because I love
it's a Fashion Nova piece right here.
Who you telling?
Yeah, G, look at you, G. You know we on stream. Stop. We trying this is not only fans, Kiki. Stop touching yourself.
Hey, if y'all got any tip scoops, man, make sure you hit us up, man. We are the Shade Room Live. You check us out every Thursday right here, 7:30 on the Shade Room, man.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more Shade headlines, debates, and of course, trending topics. Tone, any last words from us, from you, from Costa Rica?
I'll be back Thursday from Costa Rica, so I'll be back. I think I'm gonna come back.
Okay, you get you a little tan while you out there.
There it is.
Yeah, I gotta tan these feet up. These are the most yellow feet on the planet. I'm accepting this.
Oh boy, I'm sure we'll see it in your Instagram story.
Right.
But until next time, Roomies, come back next week and join us and make sure you represent the culture with excellence.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my club, they tugging it.